Hello, today we are down at the Redemptorist Centre, which comes under part of the Father Ray Foundation. In fact, we're at the Father Ray Green. It's not green as in a green piece of land, it's green as in the recycling area. Now, the Redemptorist Centre, the whole idea is to help rehabilitate people, to give them skills and give them the tools to be able to nurture those skills and then go out into the outside world and earn a living and help support their family. But you know what? They need a lot of help. Now today, ties in so nicely with the Green Centre. There's a gentleman who's came from Norway. Well, actually, he lives in Thailand, but he's a Norwegian national. He is here. He's brought a whole bunch of stuff which he's recycling from Norway to Thailand. And you know what? It's going to change the life of thousands. Now, I was very happy that when I turned up today and I seen the name Oscar, of course, on my press kit, and then I seen the face and I realised that this is a man who I had the pleasure of meeting and interviewing a few years ago at Bansabai Jai, when it was at Soy, Norway, as they called it,
Norway, yeah.
down beside Matahari, and we did a little piece where we talked about the work that you do. Now, Bansabai Jai has now moved, I believe, now to Nemplab 1, right? So it's still going, is that correct?
It's still going on, but we now are in Tat Panom, in Nakhon Panom district.
Okay.
So we are about 800 kilometers from Pattaya.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Oscar, it was very interesting watching what was happening today, and I didn't realize that your relationship with the Father Ray Foundation, and indeed with Father Ray, went back so far. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Sure. When I came to Thailand the first time about 23 years ago, I came up here because I work with handicapped people in Norway, and I like children. So him and me, we became very good friends actually, and I used to spend a lot of time in his office talking about all kinds of things. And when we had this big expedition in Norway, this seminar festival for the handicapped, I invited Father Brennan and Kun Supuntam. So they come up and they stayed with me for a week, and he stayed with me in my house, and we had a really, really, really good time. So it's more correct to say that I was or am a friend of Father Brennan more than the foundation, because I've been away now up in Nakhon Panom, and I have not been doing so much with the foundation until this occasion came up and gave us a possibility of doing it again.
Okay, so how does this project start? I mean, it starts in Norway, but give us the background of it, please.
Well, it started in Norway for two reasons. There's a lot of Norwegians married to Thai, and all these Thai girls, they want to do something. So this woman, Kanya, who runs the Run Thai store that sells Thai food, she wanted to put together the equipment for the disabled, because we noticed that they are just thrown away, they're not used. Okay. So she did a lot of work, and together with her husband Rune and another friend Johnny, and they managed to gather everything so that we could fill up a container. And we collected money in Norway to send it down here, and then the money was out, there was no more money, so then I came in and I spent my money to get it out of the custom and down here to Pattaya. So the plan now is that we get the pictures and the media reports back to Norway, and we are planning to send maybe one container every month from Norway.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah, that's phenomenal, yes, and it doesn't cost anything. Everybody works for free in this foundation, Chai-Di, in Norway, and we just collect the money we need for transportation from people. Okay. Thai girls living in Norway, Norwegians living in Norway.
Okay, so the goods, I mean, we've got, well, all manner of wheelchairs, and obviously it's everything for the disabled. So why is it things that are second hand or things that have not passed quality control, or?
No, it's just been used. I don't know the reason behind that. I just throw it away, but I believe that they have some contract with the companies who makes the wheelchairs and delivers it to the Norwegian government, and then they have to renew it, every year or whatever, and then the leftovers are just thrown away.
Okay.
It's a stupidity, honest.
Well, it sounds crazy, but that stupidity is the gain of the ties.
Sure, it's absolutely a gain of the time, and everything here is checked by disabled. We have a company in Norway where it's called Vernet Bedrift in Norwegian, where only handicapped people work. So they take all the equipment one by one, and they check it, fix it, put it together if anything wrong, clean it, disinfect it, pack it, and ship it in the container. So there's a lot of people involved in this on both sides, and it's people helping people. It's the way Father Brennan wanted things to be.
People helping people, but it's also just looking at it. I mean, it's such a simple thing to do in a sense, isn't it? Really, and such an obvious thing. It's just wonderful. Now you're saying it's a container. How many items make up a container roughly?
Or roughly it depends, because if it's a wheelchair for children, you can have a lot more than if you have wheelchair or hospital beds or whatever. So it's really difficult to pinpoint. But I think here is about maybe 60 different wheelchairs, and then a lot of other chairs and tricycles and walkers and all kinds of technical equipment to help disabled to be able to not be so disabled.
Sure. Yeah, enable them to be able, right?
Enable them to be able.
And I believe now that what the Redemptorist Centre is going to do is they're going to distribute these goods, actually not just here at the Redemptorist Centre and not just at their various projects, but beyond.
I'm going to bring some back up to Nakompanom, where we already have people who needs it and wants it. And the plan, I talked with Supontam, and he gave me one idea. He said, one container, one province. Because if we can get one container every month, we could just start distributing this to each province. And then with 60, 70, maybe 100 wheelchairs, we're going to be make an impact on these people's lives. And this is a great thing to be part of. Yeah.
Well, if it's possible whether you can bring one container a month, I mean, that sounds phenomenal, and it sounds like a phenomenal amount of equipment. Yeah. But from what you say, that seems to be the amount of the amount of unwanted equipment that's in Norway. I mean, that's going to change things for thousands of people here.
It will. So I'll be very, very happy to talk with you again in 1 or 2 years' time. And then we can see how big an impact we've made, because it's overflow from the Western world, and it's not used for anything. It's just thrown away. It just fills up a landslides, and then we could bring it here and it could be used. So it's a fantastic good idea. And exactly this, we are now standing under the banner of Father Ray Green, which is recirculation, and this is recirculation.
Well, it is.
It
Absolutely.
is. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's great. It's great work that you're doing, and you've taken a simple idea, and obviously it's married with your love of Thailand and your love for helping people, and of course with the disabled people. Let's just talk very briefly about your facility up north, because this is a facility that takes care of Norwegian people from Norway with disabilities, right?
Mainly. We also have people from Sweden, and at the moment we have an old elderly lady from Switzerland. But mainly we take care of people from Norway, and they come and they stay a long time. Like, remember you met Tina when you were here and you were really engaged with her? She comes every year and she stays for 6 weeks usually. And we have Beate and Øyvind here after 8 years. They're still here. They never want to go back to Norway. And we have people staying a long time. I'm here also to pick up 2 more people in wheelchair from Norway. And they're coming on the 1st of December, and they will stay for 3 months. So, and what we build up there is that since people are staying so long time, we don't want them to have a room, only a room, you know, if you live for 8 years. So I build apartments. 2 apartments have 2 bedrooms, and 2 apartments have 1 bedroom and a kitchen and a living room. So now they can live in Thailand in a complete different way than staying in a hotel. And then we have all together, because we also have 2 rooms in the second floor, it's possible for us to take 10 people. Exactly the same amount that we had at the Bansa Bai Chai. Right. And we have a swimming pool with a ramp into the swimming pool. We have actually it's a very beautiful place actually, and people who come up there, they love it.
I bet.
They really love it, and they don't want to go back to Pattaya.
They don't want to go back to Pattaya?
No. They say Pattaya, too many people, too much traffic, too much, but up there, very happy.
Sure.
The only traffic we sometimes see is the water buffaloes, and and we are invited to everything from weddings to funerals to all kinds of party thing, you know. So it's a great place to live. Okay. Great place to live.
Well, Oscar, it's great work that you've been doing in Thailand for many years now, and great work that you're continuing to do. Thanks very much on behalf of Paddy Mail for the interview.
Okay, thank you.
And yeah, we'll see you in 2 years' time, right? We'll see how it's all going.
Just give me a call.
See you again. Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye-bye.